Hello, Urists. Hey, we're going to design our tavern really quickly here. Not even really design it, we're just going to start designing things. Um, so, we're going to keep things out of the way of these doors. We're going to place a sandstone throne. I forgot to enable uh, keep building. We have to keep building it for placement. So, we got one here, sandstone throne. Uh, what we're going to do is set up a table with two chairs on either side, just to make a nice little dining area. So, we got our two to start, which is enough. The dwarves shouldn't be eating too much currently. But we'll do this for a couple spots. We may even just do it like cafeteria style, honestly. I always like those kind of designs. Um, we'll do a set of tables here. And then, do we have enough space? Yeah, we could do like one here, and then we'll save this for a dance area. I think that would be a nice design for a tavern. I actually want to check this out. Are we able to blueprint? No, we're not. Okay. Um, in I believe it's DF Hack. It lets you blueprint out furniture. Uh, Essentially, what you do is it is not hunting. There's a giant bobcat that's terrible, and it's coming our way. I don't like don't like our odds against that. Bobcats are very strong creatures, just like in real life. So kindly fuck off, giant bobcat. We may lose our pastured creatures out here. Um, but it'll depend on if the giant bobcat is aggressive or not. I really don't know what their like mentality is on that. But our hunters are not hunting currently, so that just tells me that there isn't a like creature that they want to hunt. If that makes sense, I could try really quickly just setting them to only do. You stop making the bolts. You stop making those. Let's see what happens when we unpause. Let them refigure it out. No job. Okay, that's fine. Items. You need quivers. We don't have leather. It. I completely forgot that we're gonna need leather to do this. How is this corpse rotten yet? Is it not? You know what? And we're gonna do this. Workshops, farming. Let's do a butcher, and like everything else, we're gonna save steps. We're gonna place a tanner directly next to the butcher, so I can get it in its position I like. There we go. All right. So they should do those pretty quickly. We are kind of running into a spot where there's just a lot of things to do. Okay, construct building, good. Uh, we may also just butcher one of our pack animals. Actually, no. We'll get rid of the horse and we'll get rid of the camel. Uh, I'm not interested in keeping either animal, so we'll go into our creatures tab, pets and livestock. Mark these for butchery. I do feel a little bad, but we need leather. We need to make quivers. We need to get the ball rolling on this stuff. Do we have space to set up another workshop? Right here. Perfect. We'll make this our whole like clothing level. So let's do a leather shop right here. Sandstone. There we go. Now, because these labors aren't restricted, any dwarf will do them. There's also just a U in there. Just checking. Okay, yep, it is designated, so it should stay there. Please butcher immediately. Need to unpause to actually have something happen. There we go. And then our work orders, we want to. It should automatically tan hides, so I'm not too worried about that. So they go down, pull the camel in, it becomes parts. It's painless. It happens instantly. Ignore the fact that we can look at the butchered animal's nervous tissue, because that is just unsettling. So now they're immediately making the stray tumbed camel skin into leather. Perfect. They've already dug out all this. Oh, we got two pieces of leather from that one skin. Excellent. Uh, I don't know if it always used to be that way. For some reason, I feel like it only ever used to give you like one piece of leather per skin. if that makes sense. But, I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. I don't mind. So we want quiver. One, quiver, two. I want both of these to be due immediately. That way, they're getting done right away. And our tavern's already done. So let's build our door here. Let's designate, I'm going to pause. Let's designate this as a dining hall. Now it's going to say overlapping because this hospital's here. But we're just going to get rid of the hospital for now. We're going to take up the bed. We're going to take this up as well. It's going to spill everything out on the ground. They'll move it, whatever. I'm fine with that. We're going to dig out a hospital down here. Right where we can put a well into a room. So what we want to do, we're going to designate all these as ones. Let's do a full hall. Just like this. All right. And we're going to channel. This unfortunately doesn't really fit in that plan here. So you know what? Oh, we need chains too, don't we? Let's double check what we need for a well. I always forget because I very rarely use them. Machines and fluids, a well. There's a mechanism blocks, a chain or rope, and a bucket. Okay, we could do a rope. We will need to place another workshop. Clothing, leather, clothes. Let's place that there. Do it out of sandstone. I don't want to use up any logs right now. Even though I know that log would not be damaged by using it. It just feels weird for me to use logs to build any workshops. But we'll let them dig this out. We do want to channel one spot. Let's just make it towards the center. What am I doing? So channel. I really don't like how it doesn't line up. So what how do we solve this issue? Oh, you know what? Do it like this. Okay, we'll cut this off after our entrance way, like that. We'll carve our entrance to the hospital. We'll make our hospital a 7 by... we'll make it lucky. Let's make it a 7 by 7. Is it 7? That is. Okay, 7 by 7 hospital. And we'll dig a channel. We'll do it towards the back here. So turn that into... Whoops. Turn that to dig a channel. And I don't want our dwarf to drown down here. So we need to... we'll designate this channel. We'll mine here. Perfect. Then we'll wait for that to be done. Tom Camel's been slaughtered. They haven't slaughtered the horse yet, I believe. I'd really like for you to really move all of these meats because we do want to eat those. We also want to go to our craft bench. Work orders. No, we don't want to set that up like that. We're going to do a general work order. Bone bolts. Because we're going to be hunting, we're going to have tons of these. I just want you to do that forever. Just keep making bone bolts. They'll use those for training. Oh, no. Oh! Things just broke bad. The flying persimmon wood bolt strikes the agitated bobcat. They already killed it. Seriously injured one of our cave beetles. No injury to the surgeon. We love to see it. So the cave beetle being hurt sucks, but everything else is okay. Speaking of cave beetles, we want to start their egg laying process by doing two things. We have this food stockpile. So we're going to go to food. We're going to make sure eggs are not allowed in it. We're going to go to work orders. We're going to make rock nest box. We want 10 of those. We want to, amount of rock boxes available, 10. Perfect. So we'll always have 10 available. Once we have like a better masonry skill, maybe we'll trade them, we'll decorate them, doesn't really matter. So are you okay? What's going on? I feel like we need our hospital done. I don't remember if animals get hospitaled. I don't think they do. I very rarely worry about taking care of animals. It's something I really, I love these horned beetles, so I really want to, take care of them. They deserve it. They slated it for removal, but because somebody keeps sleeping in it, they're not gonna, they're not gonna take it away. We're gonna have tons of beds. So what we should do is also dig a barracks. Our hospital's just about done. We've channeled. We've done that digging. We want to dig a second channel. There we go. And we don't have to worry about blocking that off or anything. It'll just be an access way for that. Let's do that. Perfect. Immediately fills up because we have heavy aquifers. They're not building our clothier shop yet because we have just too much work going on. And that's okay. Dwarves are resting. They're going to be unhappy. They're going to be unhappy for sleeping without a bed, but what can you do about it, We can build beds, but right now, this hospital is a little more important than setting up barracks, especially with the giant creatures. Except, we're going to make this a new hospital. We're going to outfit this. Cabins are not needed. Cabinets, I should say, are not technically needed here. But I like having a cabinet in here because it seems more hospital-y. Also going to set up a chest right next to the well. We are going to set up beds. You want one? I do not care what kind of material these beds are made out of, so you do it however you're going to do it. We're just going to do all these beds in a row like this. That will leave us plenty of room to take care of patients. Now, we also need tables to do surgery on. So let's set up, we got 2 tables, that should be fine. And eventually, we're going to make traction benches. We want 10. We want you to do this when amount of chains is greater than 10. So we won't be doing this until we have these. All right. So we got that set up. Just a moment here. All right, so I'm responding to a message. Let's watch the dwarves work here just for a little while. Let me get this onto our miner while they dig around. All right, there we go. Message is sent. We're good to go. So, there's hoary marmots, which are good. I don't like the fact that they are chipping the chitin on my horned beetle's legs, but they are getting bodied. Educated hoary marmot and mangled tail. All right. So what do we got going on? All of our creatures are becoming agitated. All right. All right. That's fine. Agitated animals will just come to our hunters first. That's the nice thing about them. However, we're going to get so much meat, and it's going to go bad because we just aren't doing anything with the meat yet. I just want to keep watching our miners dig for a moment. I have so many messages to respond to all at once. I'm so sorry for that. Alrighty. Did I not unpause that? I'm so sorry. But everything should be taken care of now. We just want you to make a back cloth rope. No, what do we have? We have yarn, right? Sheep wool yarn. Okay, yeah, we want you to make a yarn rope. That way we have something to make our well with. Wait, no. Okay. So there's a fox. Is this fox agitated as well? Let's see. Yep, an agitated fox. Perfect. Very cool. So, what are we doing to handle this? What's going on? Have we lost any beetles yet? I don't believe so. What we want to do, just kind of immediately, let's get these creatures all trained up. Have we lost beetles? Am I losing my mind? You know, we haven't. Okay. We want everything trained up as hunting animals. Actually, you know what? We don't want our beetles trained up as hunting animals yet. Let's just use our dogs as hunting animals. We'll do it like that. The dwarves will kind of all together train them, and we'll get them assigned split up between the two hunters. That way they are, working animals. They're doing the work they need to do, and we should be good to go. They will, body block for the hunters and do all sorts of nice stuff. I also want to remove this wagon just because it'll act as a gathering place for a while. The beetles just keep chasing the fox off. I love it. The fox is so scared of our beetles. Oh, right. We have our nest boxes going. So let's get those. They're going to be workshops in farming and leather. Farming and leather? What does that say? Just farming. It's clothing and leather. That's what I was reading. What the hell? So we want to place these kind of in our pasture, but not in the pasture. We want the... Just because these beetles can't eat things that aren't... I don't know how to describe this. This is kind of hard to elaborate on. So when the beetles lay eggs, they cannot eat grass for some reason. So we have to make these nest boxes kind of away a little bit from the pasture. Right? So we'll do them like this. I think we only had 2. Yep. So 2 for now. We'll place them. Eggs should be forbidden. They're not going to be forbidden automatically. So I have to get in and make sure I actually forbid them. They're just not going to go to this stockpile. So let's wait for them to build this. And we should be good to go in a moment. Let's watch. I really would... Can they butcher these? Can you... Add new task, butcher animal, repeat, do immediately? Nope. Doesn't count. They don't like it enough. Fox, you better be getting your ass kicked. Okay, it did run away. You good? Healthy? These 2 are both seriously injured. I want them to lay eggs and hatch before they die. Things are getting harsh out here. Agitated falcons are not too much of a problem. What do you mean they're fighting? The fox isn't even here. They killed the fox? Hell yeah. Right. So we got 2 nest boxes. It looks like they haven't started to lay eggs yet. So it should be okay there. Did you butcher... They butchered the horse. Now butcher the fox. Immediately, please. Nope. Maybe they're moving the... Is there labor assigned to this? It doesn't look like it. Sorry, my dogs are growling a little bit. They're fine. They just love to growl. So they're probably going to haul that to the refuse pile. To stop bodies from going in that, I forgot to set up the custom thing here. So we do not want corpses in this pile. Now what we'll do is we'll go to that fox corpse. We're going to forbid it, unforbid it, go back to our butcher, see if that will work. Go. No. Okay, so they're not going to butcher the fox for some reason. I don't know why. That's okay. At the end of the day, we got our quivers set up. We have our hunters are able to hunt. They're going to eventually have hunting dogs as well. Peregrine falcons come down, hopefully bite its head off again. Oh, it's just bullying my horned cave beetle. If you kill my beetle, I'm going to be so mad at you. It has been claimed. Are you the claimer? They were coming for you when you were laying eggs. Okay, we're going to forbid these eggs. The beetle has to stay with them. The dwarves will come back to move her back to the pasture. We've got native golden. I just skipped it. What a fool. This is okay. The tin homes is our hospital. So where's that gold at? Hold on. I'm dropping everything I'm doing for a second. I need to find that gold. It's got to be around here someplace, right? I'm sure we'll find it eventually. I should have read that one more, but oh well. Okay, so that beetle is laying. Still unclaimed, so not egged up yet. And we know these eggs are fertilized, by the way, but because the beetle is staying with them. I can't speak to how quickly they will hatch, but we're happy because this one has strong as a tendency. I don't know if genetics are in the game. These are some things that I've just always trusted to the creator. I was like, I hope genetics are in the game and they're not weird about it. Okay, that is sandstone. I was a little worried it would be not sandstone. But I believe, yep, we only have sandstone doors. Okay, so our tavern will be closed off. Furniture. I don't think we have tables left. We do! Sandstone tables! Hopeful that we also have sandstone chairs to match. Oh, we absolutely do. We're doing great on making up this furniture. Our stockpile is becoming full because of it, though, so we're a little worried about that, but that's okay. We need to set up our stockpiles here. So, the way I usually do this is I set up some here in the tavern. We're going to have empty space in here and here, so let's do it like this. Let's do a row across. Oops. I'm going to do one row across here. Accept that. We'll make a second one. Accept that. These are going to accept two very specific items. And these will be so that dwarves can very quickly eat and drink. So we'll go to custom, go to food. This one will be prepared meals only. We'll go to custom. We'll go to food. This one will be drinks plant only. Also drink animal because that's bumblebee mead. We could also put like milk and things here, but they don't really drink milk as much as they drink alcohol. They're dwarves. They run off of it. So now we have to set up the rest of our work food stockpiles, but we want to make sure our workshops are placed correctly first. So we need stills. I usually do 2 stills and 1 kitchen. Mostly because once we make our prepared foods, they last for so long. It's very unlikely that even at our max capacity, it's unlikely we'll ever run out of like prepared foods, even just off of just one kitchen, just because they create so much. So we have these here as well. Another workshop we'd like to have is a farmer's workshop. And this one will specifically be to make cheese. We'll set those up. We'll pause again to create our stockpile here, which will fill all of our empty space. And this stockpile is going to accept everything in the food category except prepared meals, drinks, drink animals, and eggs. We do not want it to accept eggs just in case we have a situation where a beetle lays eggs and we just aren't able to get to it in time to catch them. We can actually check as well to see if there are more eggs that we missed. Sorry about the dogs. They're a little uppity today. But, they'll be settled in pretty soon. Alrighty. So, we got our stockpile. They're already making the stills. They're going to accept our work orders immediately. So, once they are able to, they're going to start brewing up drinks from plants or fruits. And we don't have anything set up for our farmer's workshop yet. Or not our farmer's workshop, sorry. The anything except for the kitchen yet, because we're not too worried about that right away. Another thing we want to actually deny in this stockpile, just thinking ahead, we don't want lye in here. I don't know, maybe not milk of lime either, and absolutely no venoms, but there's like royal jellies and stuff. We're not going to get too many venoms, I'm not too worried about that. For our oils, we don't want oils here. We don't want dwarven syrup and olive oil. I don't know if they use these in cooking. Mostly we're going to use a rocknut oil to make soap later on. Excellent. Unprepared fish is a little iffy because we don't have a fishery. We don't need fish anyways. We don't have fish. I keep thinking about how we're going to set up our fish industry. We don't have water yet. We'll set up a fishery if it comes to it. Now, do you need a way to store food? So we want rock barrels. Nope, rock pots. They will act as barrels, but pretty much only for drinks or liquids as far as I've ever seen. We do want it to be 10. We want to set it up. The amount of empty large rock pots is 10, or less than 10. That way they're always making pots, but only if they absolutely need to. Once we reach a certain level, we'll turn that off because we'll have so many pots in rotation that it'll be just it'll be rude to wait on some of these to clear up. Yeah, I think we are in a pretty good spot to end this episode as well. We've got these falcons, flying around, just bothering people. Let's fly around with them for a moment. You can see they come down, crawl on the ground for a little bit, fly back up in the sky. They're going to be making some skydive attacks, just doing falcon things. But we'll leave the fortress here, and I will see you in the next fortress. All right? Have a good night.